Have you ever seen somebody struggling and everybody else walked away? Have you ever noticed someone hurting while everyone else pretended not to see it? Have you ever had an opportunity to help somebody, but helping them might cost you something? If so, keep listening. If not, keep living. Because sooner or later, God will place somebody in your path who needs a hand, a voice, a prayer, or a rescue, and what you do next may change life forever. Hey family, my name is Tony Lewis, and it's my plum-pleasing pleasure as usual to share with you today a few minutes for us, underdogs and strugglers in the Bible. Hidden people, huge lessons. If these moments are helping you grow, like, comment, subscribe, and share with somebody who may need an encouragement today. Thank you, family, for all your love and support. Now, let's meet another nobody talks about, but heaven never forgot. His name is Ebed-Melech. Ebed-Melech, the courage to pull someone out. Let me tell you about his story. It's found in Jeremiah 38 and 39. Jeremiah was God's prophet, but people didn't like his message. They didn't want to hear the truth. So some powerful leaders grabbed Jeremiah, threw him into a muddy pit with no food, no escape, no hope. Lord have mercy. The Bible says Jeremiah sank into the mud. Imagine that. Cold, alone, forgotten. The brother was dying, y'all. Everyone knew about it, but almost nobody did anything. Then one man, just one, stepped up. Not a king, not a prophet, not a celebrity, just a servant named Ebed-Melech. He went to the king, spoke up for Jeremiah, gathered some rags like ropes, gathered some helpers, and pulled Jeremiah out. Here's the lesson, family. Sometimes people don't need your opinion. They need your help. Sometimes people don't need your criticism. They need compassion. Sometimes people don't need another spectator. They need a rescuer. He had something many powerful people lack. He had courage. Who am I talking to? Let me tell you how he struggled. Ebed-Melech faced several challenges. He faced powerful opposition. The men who put Jeremiah in the pit, they were powerful government officials. Speaking against them was dangerous. He was an Ethiopian Cushite, a eunuch, an official working in the palace of King Zedekiah, Judah. He risked his position helping Jeremiah. He could have cost him his job. He risked his safety. Standing for the truth can make you a target. He stood alone. Nobody else stepped up. Sometimes courage feels lonely. He had to decide quickly. A delay could have cost Jeremiah his life. Let me tell you how he succeeded. He had the courage to speak up. He went directly to the king. Boom! He respectfully spoke up. He refused to stay silent. He had a compassion to care. He didn't just feel bad, he took action. Real compassion moves. He had a commitment to help. He gathered men, found ropes, created a rescue plan, then pulled Jeremiah out. He had the character to stand, y'all. He stood for what was right, even when it wasn't popular. He had confidence in God. Later, he promised to protect Ebed-Melech from the Babylonian captivity because he trusted him. Let me tell you 5 lessons from a hidden man nobody talks about. Lesson 1. One person can make a difference. You don't need a crowd to do right. Lesson 2. Courage is doing right while afraid. Being brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you obey. anyway. Lesson 3, compassion requires action. Love isn't just something you feel, it's something you do. Lesson 4, somebody's miracle may be waiting on your courage. Jeremiah's rescue started when one man, just one man, decided to act. Lesson 5, God notices hidden helpers. The world may overlook you, but God never does. But what is the biggest lesson? What is the biggest lesson? Somebody else's rescue may begin with your courage. Somebody else's rescue may begin with your courage. So when you and I struggle like Ebed-Melech, when you see a problem but wonder if helping is worth the risk, when you notice someone hurting but stay silent, when you see injustice but fear speaking up, when you know the right thing but worry about the consequences. Family, silence is often easier than courage. I know about that. But courage changes lives. Family, let me tell you, there are people sinking today, not in muddy pit, but in depression, loneliness, in fear, in addiction, in discouragement, in grief, in hopelessness. And God may be calling you to throw them a rope of hope, a phone call, a prayer, an encouraging text, a helping hand, a listening ear. Never, ever, ever underestimate what one act of courage can do, because one act of courage saved Jeremiah's life. But remember, family, the biggest lesson, somebody else's rescue may begin with your courage. Join me next week for episode number 3 of The People Nobody Talks About. More hidden people, more huge lessons, more proof that God sees what others miss. To God be the glory. I'm out, y'all.